I'm not.
Do me a favor, just give me the likes. Don't pass the scroll. And if you clip that out of context, you a bitch ass nigga. All right, we got ABBA from the ABBA and Preach fame. You guys know them. I shouldn't have to explain who they are. They're very well known. Over millions of subscribers. I believe 2 million subscribers last time I checked.
Yes.
And they are very famous for basically, taking the middle ground on a lot of topics. And the middle ground topic is very popular with people because people are sometimes play the middle, right? So we have conservative leaning people, liberal leaning people. You have people that are extreme, people that are really passive. You have incels, you have red pill guys, you have strong masculine alphas, dominant guys. Then you have peon betas. What they do is they found a success.
Lord, is this a red pill update on how it all works? This is too much.
That's formula for social media to play the middle ground, right? And the common sense ground, the kind of like the ground of like truth or emotions mixed. And they've made a killing with this particular type of content. Now, their very, very big content is going to be where they expose like Fresh and Fit and Myron. That's the one they really make a lot. And they've probably, I think I've heard a video saying they bought houses. All right, they bought houses on this one. And they do a good job. They have an editor that does a good job presenting their viewpoint. And they combine some humor in there, relatable characters, and this type of thing. With that being said, it can't come off as they're perfect, right? So they do no wrong. And that's a tough place to play when you're a content creator, because all content creators have to play Superman. You have to be right all the time. You can never be wrong. You can never make mistakes. So that if you do, or you can never falsely represent yourself.
I be wrong. I be making mistakes, but I be right about these biatches, child. I be right about these biatches.
So that if you do, then you're going to be easily called out as a hypocrite, or people can see you as fallible or less perfect than you presented yourself. And that's kind of the lane that they've put themselves in. And it's hard to maintain over a lot of years, because once you live your real life, then your real life is going to show you who you really are. Some people didn't realize that ABBA was out here chasing tail. He was out here fucking. He was out here cream pieing.
Now, who wouldn't believe that a heterosexual man that looks like ABBA wasn't out here fucking? Come on now, stop this. Stop this.
All right, he was cream pieing linglings, which was odd enough because
viewer discretion is advised, child. Viewer discretion is advised.
One of his adversaries, Walter Fresh Weeks, shout out to him. He's probably watches too. He watched me, and when Walter cream pied that ling ling from China, who they presented as an escort, potentially, allegedly, and knocked her up and claimed that she wanted to kill the baby, and Walter was going to let her kill the baby. Well, Walter encouraged her to kill the baby, and she didn't want to, allegedly. He faced a lot of criticism for that, and rightly so. I criticize him for that, too. Now, that could happen to anybody, including myself. But sometimes when you claim that it can never happen to you, or you overly criticize a person and try to ruin their character, well, then when it happens to you less than a year later or so, you look crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You look crazy. So in this situation, I always tell men, you're always vulnerable at any point for a woman to make you pay. And we're just not talking about money, because most broke niggas and men think about money first, all right? They only think about that as a form of payment. But I have tried to communicate that you're going to pay in many other ways. Sometimes the back end payment is way worse than the front end payment. So money, energy, attention, and time. You're going to pay. You keep living. You keep interacting with women. You keep think you're getting a woman for free. You're getting the trial service for free. At some particular point, she's going to switch up on you. And when she switches up on you, you have no control over it. And this is an example. These are teaching lessons that I'm teaching you here.
Now, they don't be listening. They don't be listening. Just continue to do the same dumb shit. Just keep making the same dumb mistakes, child, over and over.
Another example. This is also an example of how you deal with lings. Linglings are fantastic creatures. They're small, they're docile, they're feminine. They got that long blonde, little yacht. And then she flips on you.
I cook.
All right. Because they are more deal in the sense of manipulation. They don't understand you. They gaslight you. They neg you. They control you. And they keep you roped in. So you can't leave because they then they play a dangerous game, especially Filipinas. They're very, very toxic related to this. And I love me some Filipinas, but they're very, very toxic.
Did y'all know that? We'd be leering around here. Filipinos are toxic. Did y'all know that? He would know. He over there all the time.
And they know this, by the way. So a lot of guys don't have experience dealing with penis and dealing with Asian women. Once you do, you'll realize that they're very toxic related to this. They're like toxica. C-Mex.
Toxica.
And they neg you, they rope you back in, then they play nice, they play feminine, they give themselves available to you sexually, they do all the nasty things, they let you dominate them, all right, and violate them.
I like to get dominated.
All right, they do all of the stuff that you like and want. They rope you back in, and then they get you out here chasing you.
They do all the stuff that y'all like and y'all want. I don't know, y'all. What is he talking about? He says this all the time. This is so funny. I love it. What does that mean? LBFM? What does that mean? Thank you for the super chat, boo. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I'm trying to leer over here. Okay, I'm trying to leer.
Your tail. So you got to be available. You got to know this and experience this, because they'll torture you. They'll torture you. Trust me. I've dealt with a lot of penis in my life. They will torture you, but they'll let you fucking throttle them 6 times a day.
Oh, so as long as you get the fuck, is you'll accept all of this. Y'all ain't shit. Toxic. They'll let you do anything. They'll rope you back in, and they're toxic, but it's okay as long as you can get throttled 3 times a day. What the fuck? The views that I am going over and listening to with CGA and the people in the chat are not necessarily the views of the hostess, because I be leering, because I don't know none of this. None of it.
As much as you want. And they'll also cheat in front of you, which is weird. So with this being said, you guys know who ABBA is, but let's take you to this. Of the woman in question here, and I'm going to say fair use woman, this woman was not known prior to this.
We still don't know her. Fair use.
All right. And I believe Preach of the Abner and Preach show is married. Right. But Abba is single. Remember, he also was advocating for men to pay for box, meaning that he said, I can understand men who pay for box. Maybe he had paid for box. And I think where Fresh, or it was Fit was trying to argue the whole,
I don't know either.
manosphere talking point of paying for box is less than. But then we found out he was doing some levels of that. All right. So it's kind of like a weird space of the, what I call the Mitchosphere or the Clanosphere, of guys in the manosphere acting like they don't do certain shit, and they do it. All right. So they have to maintain frame to act like they're not paying for box. Meanwhile, his girlfriend running around here with a credit card. All right. So let's continue. This is the woman in question. Her name is Libby, but I'm not going to give her too much shine. So this is the woman here. As you can see here, she's
shine. She up to 273, I think.
An attractive ling. I don't know where she lives, though. I don't know where she's from, if she's in Canada, but I would say she's every ling. All right. This is what every Filipina looks like, maybe slightly worse or slightly better. But of course, when we live in...
Is this racist? This is what they all look like. All lings look the same. Racist.
In scarcity, this is a beautiful woman, right? This is a beautiful, exotic Asian woman.
Sneako's little sister.
When you go to the Philippines, you're gonna find them. That there's millions of these, millions by the bundle. And what happens is, because you have scarcity, like she seems exotic, she seems different than what you are presented with in America and Canada. You think you're getting something special, all right? But you go over to the Philippines, and there's an abundance of these women, all right? And there's more coming up as they age. They're everywhere. I was in the Philippines, and I was in Lapu-Lapu, walking down the street in dirt and filth. Okay. Pure poverty outside my hotel. And there were linglings just like that, walking in trash, walking in fucking flip-flops and slippers and Crocs. Look just like this. And
is that where Sneeko is from? Is that where there's so many? Is that why she look like him? Do they all look like Sneeko? Is Sneeko, ain't he half black and half white?
Filth and trash. Nigga, like what? All right, we talking about in filth, rarer. Well, he's in Canada. We tend to then pedestalize them because they're rare. They're rare. But you go to Asia, fucking like this, you get better looking ones than this. So this is the woman here. I'm not trying to shit on her, but it is what it is. I'm just letting you know, just for scarcity points, because you guys are very normal. In this situation here, it says my pregnancy with ABBA. Let's hear what she says here. I'm gonna have to speed her up, but this is the court of public opinion. And ABBA is what I consider infamous, notorious, famous, because I'm infamous, notorious, and famous. We're not celebrities, but we are. She chose to come onto the platform where he's famous, because YouTubers, this is what you're vulnerable to. If you're social media famous, you're vulnerable for people attacking you at that point. And that's what she did. She jumped on her YouTube channel and said, part one. That means she got many, many stories here, but we're going to try to listen to as much as we possibly can before we just cut her off and go over to ABBA. But this is a bizarre video, bro. Let's continue.
Hi, my name is...
Somebody said it was like a, let me let this play muted. We've already heard it. This was like a hostage video. I agree. Shout out to Queen of Vibes. Thank you so much, boo. I appreciate that. With 10 memberships, y'all make sure if you got the membership to thank Queen of Vibes for the memberships. Shout out to all the channel members. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Shout out to everyone that is here. Please make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Yeah, we're still talking about this. We are on 5.5 hours. We're listening to now CGA speak about it. Abba's baby mom, ex-baby mom. Is she not a baby mom anymore? Like what is she? Ain't no baby. So just a woman that he knocked up, allegedly, because there's no proof of anything. Now we're hearing what CGA has to say, because he is a connoisseur in linglings, as he calls them. So, I want to hear what he has to say. I don't know how long I can listen to it, y'all. I did eat, though. I got Panda Express. I got it. I got something.
Just quickly here, I always tell you, man, your life can go from sugar to shit really quickly. This woman is not even in ABBA's life a full calendar year, and then look, tearing all of that shit down. Like, what? You guys got to watch out for this. You think you're going to see it coming. You think you're going to see it coming. It's going to take years to build up. No, bruh. She wasn't even there a full calendar year. And look at her. She already on the internet trying to...
Technically, she wasn't. They weren't even in the damn relationship for 6 whole months. They weren't even in the whole damn relationship for 6 whole months. And 4 months of it basically was the pregnancy scare. Thank you, boo. She says, shout out to the All Day Show. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Shout out to everyone that has donated today. Thank you also so much for your support and hanging in there. I know it's a lot, y'all. It's Friday. We ain't got shit to do. I don't know if Trent is on tonight. CIP is on tonight. So I'll be on YouTube all night, y'all. I'll be here. I'll be there. I'll be everywhere.
Ruin his credibility. And she's also pacifying you by trying to get you to feel her she's trying to look vulnerable by saying, I know how he's going to respond. He's going to pull out receipts, things to attack my credibility, to go on his channel that has multiple millions of people that are going to watch. So she's disarming him by saying, I know who I'm going to go against and his methods to destroy. So that's what she's doing right there. Let's continue. And she's right about that, because he has a larger platform. He's going to pull the receipts. He's going to basically tear down and deconstruct anything she brings up.
As he should. How the hell is somebody going to come and mess with your credibility and speak on you and you don't? That don't make much sense to me. That's exactly what he's supposed to do. She wanted to take on 2 million plus. Good luck. I hope it's worth it. Shout out to Upward Man. Thank you so much, boo. He said, back in my army days, all the dudes dating married to Filipinas suffered the back and forth, break up to make up, then love bombed while she passing it around the whole post. Oh no. What? Is this racist? Is this racist talk right here? Not passing it around to everybody. Lord help you. Yo, hold on. What is that movie? With the song that Two Live Crew have? I've never seen that movie. Is it Full Metal Jacket? In the beginning of Hey, We Want Some. I think that's the song. And then they got that scene that they put in the beginning of the song, and then they start singing Two Live Crew. You know what I'm talking about? I know I'm explaining it all wrong, but it's something like they say, how much is it? Anything you want. Something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, so it's true? Okay. I don't date bitches, so I don't know. I gotta listen to y'all. He ain't lying. All right. So okay, so the movie is Full Metal Jacket. Okay. But you know the Two Live Crew is, I don't know if it's Hey We Want Some or whatever, but that's the portrayal. I guess that is the most portrayal that I have of an Asian culture is that's it, really. Which is funny that Upward Man would then put this up here and y'all are agreeing. So, okay. Maybe I'll put that movie on my list of things that I need to watch.
Cream pie already. So we know he going raw. I mean, most people are going raw.
Yes.
They'll tell you they're using condoms, but they're not. She's in there early. She starts to see inconsistencies, but she's still letting them hit raw.
Yes.
And she said, I got cream pie and I want to keep the baby. Now we're going to see why that's a problem for ABBA. We're going to see why that's a
Priest said, keep my name out of this mess.
problem. And I always tell you, Filipinos are sneaky. They don't just stay non-monogamous for long. They'll tell you they're monogamous, but they know how to creep. All right. We would have needed DNA tests on that baby. So
yes, exactly. But oh my God, child, no. I thought Asians was the way, y'all. Now y'all talking bad. Y'all talking, this is racist. But then again, this is tether on tether tails here. We doing tether tails. Tether tails. We doing tether tails today. Oh my God. Yes. Me love you a long time. Oh my God. It is so, well, I guess if they're actually saying that it's not racist, but that song is so good. Shout out to Two Live Crew. Shout out to y'all. I'm just saying. Full Metal Jacket.
So let's continue here.
I told Abba about the pregnancy, and he was actually very supportive. He was very excited. He always talked about how much he wanted children.
There you go.
And he said he was sure about the pregnancy, and he said that he was always very sure about me. I, however, did not feel sure about Abba.
You better go on to Thailand. Stop that.
I had mentioned, I started things communicated. I still start to feel with my confusion and anxiousness with.
If you guys want to see the video uninterrupted, you certainly can leave the stream and go watch it, but you're going to hear my input. So I have to, for fair use purposes, stop and educate you. Gentlemen, what do I tell you? As soon as they get pregnant, they're going to change. Their hormones change. The person changes. So she was willing to go forward and have the baby. But also what's going to happen is she also was changing. She was willing to say, I don't need this person in the relationship. Okay. So give me a second here. I'm got to type this shit in. Let's let her continue. She was willing to change.
And terminating the pregnancy was never in the question. It was something I never wanted to do. But as time kept going in the relationship, I still felt like it was pretty rocky. And I talked to Abba and I said, maybe.
How long was Fresh with that girl? I feel like it wasn't a long time for him either. I'm feeling like there's some important messages that people are just not getting, okay? And one of them is stop fucking raw. And then the other one is when you don't know people. Let me add that on there. When you don't know people and then get to know people before y'all sit up here and do this shit. Especially if you're susceptible to getting pregnant.
I canceled 3 abortion appointments.
Okay, wow, this is crazy. Look. So she canceled 3 early terminations of pregnancy appointments.
3
I believe
hours.
Abba says there's more. So you're making appointments to terminate pregnancy. You go there. I believe he goes there to a couple. You cancel the appointments. Bruh, this is crazy. So you're
that's like manipulation. So that's what y'all was talking about Asians allegedly. Pause. No, I changed my mind. And he coming from Canada, which ain't that far away. At least it's not like he traveling to Asia for 10 hours, however long it take to get there. Even though it's probably still some time if you're going to wherever the hell she live at. I don't know where she live at. Then you waste your time, and she was like, you know what? I'm not sure. Then he goes home and comes back. You know what? I'm not sure. Child, be mad too. Don't be wasting my damn time. Shit.
using this is emotional. You're yo-yoing him. You're manipulating him. You're making him believe you're going to take a step. He actually wants to be a part of the kid's life. You're saying you're going to kill the kid, and then when you get there, you're like, oh, I'm not going to kill him.
Come on, CGA, work with me.
I'm not gonna kill him. Like what?
Oh my God.
Because he at the appointment with her. He don't think she's showing up. She keeps setting an appointment. He keeps showing up. Oh, I didn't think he was gonna be here. She can't lie and say she got one if he's sitting in the damn lobby, because the doctor gonna come out and say there ain't no baby to kill. So you know, women have, and the thing about Asian women, the best thing about them is that most of the time you're gonna get treatment like 1990s, 1980s from them. That's the benefit. Well, the negative part of that is they're going to manipulate you like it's 1990 and 1980. Okay. They're going to use the same reindeer games, manipulative games.
6 of one, half dozen of the other. Is it worth it or is it not worth it? Clearly it's worth it to him. Prince, thank you, boo. He says in France, it's banned to get a DNA. It's bad to get a DNA test. I'm surprised America allows them. You cannot get one in France? What kind of mess? They said, I guess you better know what you're doing. We don't do that shit here. Shout out to my fave. He said, Ling Ling. I love big black man. Make him feel good. Y'all ain't shit. Thank you, boo. I cannot. Y'all ain't shit.
Games. All right. And the women and the modern women don't use these games no more. They'll just abort the baby by themselves. They'll just stay on birth control. They'll get IUDs. They don't play these games anymore. No. They used to play these games in the 90s. But
for money too. It was to get money too. So he over here talking about meaning Abba talking about she not a gold digger. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke niggas. All right. Shout out to the content creators making money. You next. You next. I'm just saying. Badass. What is this? Thank you. Whatever it is. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Shout out to all of y'all that are still hanging in there. It's Explicit Freaky Friday. Is that what we're doing? It's Tether Tales today. Tether Tales, child. Tether Tales. Vegetarian says the infidelity rate is so high in France, it would cause chaos and get them hurt. So they banned paternity. Wow. Everybody hunching over there in France. Ooh, I didn't know. Okay. Oh, dropping gems. Thank you, boo. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. Wow. All right, France and French.
This is what you're getting here. She's doing the old classic old.
You know, maybe I should, the trip I had and we get, I know it's hard to imagine Abba upset, but he does get there. And the threshold of where anger should stop. Abba resorts to name calling and degrading language and resorts to ridicule and mocking. And it does teeter on the emotionally and verbal abusive side. And I
see this here we go right now. So now he's abusive. Well, listen, this is classic. All women gonna use this one. So you were trying to manipulate him. You keep dragging him all over Montreal.
No. This is your linglings and whatnot. Keep it over there to them today. Tether Tales. No Americans were involved in the making of this situation at all. We rebuke this in the name of Jesus. Okay.
You get an early termination of pregnancy, and then you don't do it. Then when he yell at you and crash out on you, you call him abusive. It's like, wait a minute. No, it sounds like you're gaslighting and manipulating him, and he's tired of it.
They don't know those words.
You know, maybe she's going to produce a receipt to show us this. Maybe she's going to give us a phone call. Maybe she's going to give us a video of him crashing out. This would help your case. This is why I call this a bizarre video. I mean, this is bizarre for her to do this, and she's going to run to the lowest common denominator to try to get some sympathy here. I haven't checked the comments on this video, but this is insanity. Let's continue.
I hate to put a label on it like that, but that is truly what it felt like. And don't take my word for it. I will be posting examples in this video or the next video.
Okay.
After that trip, I realized that I always wanted to keep the child, and it was the relationship that needed to be looked at. And so I cancel that last appointment, and I call Abba, and I tell him, you know, I'm so sorry for the back and forth, but it was never in my values to terminate the pregnancy. I think I'm anxious about this, and I think it's better if we co-parent. And I was thinking about the kind of environment I would like to raise my child in and everything like that. So Abba's really upset, and we hang up, and he tells me to get the abortion.
Okay, so in her recollection, she says her core value says that she doesn't delete the baby, despite the fact that she made several appointments. His core values seem to be not matching hers, but he wanted to keep the baby. Now she's using the old, oh, I'm a better moral person, and therefore he's the bad guy for telling me he
And a Christian.
wants to early terminate. Like, which one is it, man? Which one is it?
It depends on the time of the day and the day of the week. That's what's the determination on what the heck it is that she wants to say. Clearly.
Now you're using the value proposition when you initially set the appointment multiple times to go through with it. Now your values. And then she also said, my baby. My baby. Okay.
I meant that.
She always saw it as her baby, never his. And that was where the problem is. That's why when he kept showing up trying to be responsible, that was working against her. When he kept showing up saying, okay, I want the kid. I want you to keep it. I'll be a part of the kid's life. That was not in her plans. Her plans was to either get pregnant, cream pie, get pregnant, and take the baby and run and get the child support and just completely keep him out of the life. That was her plan. Ooh. And the fact that he kept engaging with her and telling her to have the baby was working against her. She couldn't manipulate it. So she kept making these appointments here and there. And now she's trying to say that my morals were against such a thing. Let's continue.
Maybe the Lord was speaking to her at night. Okay. Upperman says Asian women are also really good at femininity and causing blackaman, that's how they said it, to feel like they are needed. They're excellent at code switching. There you go. All right. I hear you. Not Trump would never. Goodbye, ma'am. Sid says low hanging fruit, question it. Regardless, she can't be taken serious after threatening Abba by pretending to tell Myron. Absolutely. There's so many things where she should never be taken back again. But I feel like he really do still love this girl. I don't care what nobody say. And he could take her back, y'all. He could. The way he was talking before Preach came was different than the way that he was talking after Preach got there. I mean, come on now. And I know that y'all will call him SIMP if that's what happened. Shout out to RLV up in here. I see you, boo. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
And he tells me for the abortion update over the phone about having the abortion.
Okay, because you need to hear none of this shit, bro. And when we get to Abba, I'm going to say the same thing. Because you can take any receipts, you can take any text messages and make it look like you were victimized. I'm not saying they were doctored, but you could take a screenshot or a cap of any particular.
If you don't see the whole gist of the conversation, which is kind of what we figured out when we looked at it on Shishazed, is a little bit more to this conversation. You can look at it any way you want to, but I'm still stuck on the fact that somebody took the time to not only screenshot all this shit, but to title it and then to set it up in the groups. If you saw it on her desk of her computer here. This is nothing else on here but a bunch of screenshots and whatnot. Somebody got a lot of time on their hands. Is Kaiser not giving you enough hours or something?
Particular segment of text messages and make it look like the other person's crazy. This is all the manipulation, the psychotic shit that people do in relationships all the time. Not only that, friend, the woman you lie with, the woman you cream pie, the woman you fuck raw, building a case against you the entire time. Then when they continue to communicate with you and you
this is Tether Tales. Lest we not forget, this is Tether Tales. No, I'm covering American women today. This is all Tether Tales. These are all tethers, okay? Even with the Myron or Fish or whatever, Fresh Child, whatever his name is, and his Ling Ling.
You continue to communicate with them after the fact, they're building a case against you too. So every single time when you break up with a woman, I always say no contact. Go no contact. No long text messages, no voicemails. You talk over you talk over a parent wizard, talking parent, no long ass texts. Communicate, get the phone call, make sure the shit ain't recorded, block it, scan it, whatever you need to do. There's no need to have a conversation about this via text message. Okay.
Nothing in writing.
So this to me is, I don't give a fuck about no messages too much. And I'm not going to go and pull credibility on either his or hers messages, but I just keep telling you guys keep over communicating with women. It's going to work against you. All they're going to do is just wait for you to make a mistake and then screen cap this shit and show it as some sort of proof. And I believe what she's trying to show is how many times she got blocked, as far as I understand. He kept blocking me. All right, I would have blocked your ass from the rip.
I was gonna say I block. And the thing about blocking, right? First of all, I don't know how to block email, so you could get emailed. Secondly, people got multiple phones. You know what I mean? I blocked people before. They just come back out of the blue from a different phone number. I'm like, what the fuck? And then be like, be cussing me out. It's like, are you serious? This is crazy. For whatever. And it's just like, blocking is a waste of time. We used to block back in the day. What is it? I think it was star 69, right? Or pound 69, something like that on the phone. I don't even know if I don't know if these phones used to do that. Not an iPhone, but way back when those phones used to still do that. I don't know if phones do that anymore. Now you could tell the phone to, at least on an iPhone, no person with that's not in the contact list don't want the phone to ring. Now the phone will put you on hold if someone has you on hold and let you know when they come back. Child, these phones is too much. Anybody that think that these phones are not following us and knowing what we're doing, you crazy. Prince Revolver, I appreciate you, boo. He said there shouldn't be a part one of anything. You got the termination. Neither of you need to say a word after that. This is what I said, the caveat to this, Prince, right? What I said when we were talking about Meg and Clay is that she came out here and she just burned the shit to the ground. She just straight up burned the shit to the ground. When you're in a relationship, y'all gonna have some issues and you might break up or have an issue and not talk for a while. Then you come back around, you have a conversation, you figure it out, right? That is, in my opinion, just sometimes things happen. Sometimes just like, you know what I mean? So either you're going to be an adult and eventually at some point discuss it. I'm not saying 6 months. I'm not saying nothing like that. These people, it'd be 5 minutes. They are on the internet telling the whole world, burning their shit to the ground. 1, it's immature. 2, who the hell can do a thing about your relationship? Who? Did I get an owl? Who? No. Then like with Meg, she went and put a statement out on TMZ. There was no way that they was gonna come back from this. I would think. Let me always say I would think, because child, you never know if somebody will go back. In this situation, she over here telling preach. She over here threatening to go. I feel like the biggest thing is the threat to go to Fresh and Fit. So she knew enough. She knew enough to know about Fresh and Fit now, didn't she? Crazy child, crazy.